Review this, Oliver, and this. Ha-ha! How about you review this? How about a 50 caliber view of this? I hope that's what Oliver meant when he said the topic was rapid-fire reviews.
Fun fact, in December I uploaded a video asking you guys to give me topics I could review in 1 to 3 sentences. And then I would review as many as I could and turn it into an episode. You responded, gave me a bunch of stuff. So, without further ado, here's the results of this experiment. I'm probably going to use a lot of jump cuts because I want to do it all in one go to maintain momentum. Sorry. First up is Mannequin Toes, who says catfish or possibly cabbage would be interesting. Given my experience with both those things, I'll have to respectfully disagree. On Facebook, Jack Wodarski suggested eyebrows. I'm in favor of them. Underneath Jack Wodarski's comment, Sean McLean suggested eyebrows. I'm curious about them. Vita1892 says, yay, can't wait for the new episodes. I can't wait either. She suggests Mounties. Our Mounties are pretty awesome, but the funny thing is, you know what, Canadian Mounties, they're also kind of like our special service. It's kind of amusing to think that, you know, they'd be wearing their full costume while they go do spy stuff, but unfortunately, they have actually realized that it would not be very sneaky of them if they went around in full garb trying to get the Russian nuclear secrets. Cows killing the atmosphere. Now, Nifty 50 Lives here is referring to the fact that cows produce an ungodly amount of methane, and the more cows we have, for the more meat we want to eat, the more they kill the atmosphere, basically with their burping and farting. I suggest we harness that energy for our own purposes, never mind how horrible it would look when we would apply the apparatus. Jewelry 2951 suggests guy liner, which I can only presume is eyeliner on guys. I personally am not a big fan of it, despite the fact that I actually did it for the show. I kind of identify it with the tension whores and sort of male gothy types, which, you know, that's cool if you're into the gothy, you know, world and all that jazz, but my personal associations with it aren't very good due to a race of people we called the stair dwellers when I was in high school. And like, hey, don't get me wrong, I was a big fat nerd in high school, but these were like the chuds to our slightly better dressed chuds. Psychomachia 1A says Rube Goldberg machines. They are beautiful. I miss when Cracked Magazine was published in paper. Is it still published in paper? I think it's just the website now. And they would always have Rube Goldberg designs. I loved reading those when I was a kid. I wish I had the skill to make one, and eventually, if I have the patience, I'll probably do one for in a handful of minutes or just do a full episode review of them. Rube Goldberg devices are friggin' fantastic. Wolfbane I never know how to pronounce this, I'm sorry, man. Wolfbane Shikaizik 001? Let's go with that. The lighting makes you look scary. That's not a topic. As for a topic, I'm going to suggest video games. As we all know, and I think he knows too, or she, I'm not sure, video games are on the forbidden topic list. I don't talk about that for a handful of video games. Minutes. Crap. See how insidious they are? Linza Bean says the latest in pet fashions. Now it's funny because a friend of mine actually recently got a calendar published with all her pet photos of pets wearing such things, and they are really good photos, aren't they? I like this pug. This pug is pretty badass. But anyways, don't ask me, I don't know. Capes, sombreros, bee costumes. Dogs dressed like bees. Yes. Alright, I'm in favor of that. Garnaleaf says, oh fuck the pressure! I'm gonna think so hard for such a small amount of time. And I guess that's what happened. MZB, oh dear, Americans. MZB, I love you Americans. MZB, Americans, buy all the t-shirts I have to sell maybe at this point, I don't know. MZB 1993 says a whole bunch of stuff. Fruit cups, they're okay. Ninjas use too much. Charizard, I much preferred Psyduck. I loved the fact that you hit him on the head to make him use his powers, and he always kind of groaned about it. Way better than those like overly perky other Pokemon. England, my entire family is from there. I'm pretty okay with England. That's okay. Iceland, my favorite musician of all time, Bjork, is from Iceland. So hey, props to Iceland. Also geothermal power. Funland, I have no idea. Punch and Judy, they're both okay, I guess. The play is kind of funny. Twitter, I used to hate it, I've grown to love it. Chat roulette, it was kind of funny for the 5 minutes it existed, and I'm glad that it was basically smothered in penises, which you can't say about a lot of things and still laugh. Misogyny, not a big fan. Although it can be really funny to pretend you're misogynist in the right company, all depends on how you do it. Be careful, fellas. The X Factor, couldn't care less, I live in Canada, don't have to deal with it. Ha 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 ha, woo! Deodorant, good to use. Philosophy, a lot of people taking a first year university not knowing what to do with themselves. That's okay, I guess. Dentistry, definitely in favor. My teeth would be even worse without it. Carpentry, it was good enough for Jesus. Christianity, it was good enough for Jesus. Is that enough topics for you? Yes. P.S. Stephen Fry. I am quite okay with Stephen Fry, and in fact have a semi-abandoned series of Stephen Fry poetry exercise videos over on my personal channel. And finally, Extro Kurt says, could you review Cribbage, please? I've never played it, I don't know the rules, and I'm not allowed to look at the internet, so I'm sorry. No, I can't. But maybe next time. Should there be a next time? Let me know in the comments. I would probably enjoy doing this again. If you guys think you'd like to give me more comments, I could do this every once in a blue moon, whatever, no real set schedule. Anyways, enough improvising, sort of, and I'll see you all next episode with probably a regular script and the usual jazz. That was terrible.
Well, I'm glad Oliver was able to survive all those bullets I shot at him. No, he's not the Matrix. Those vests of his are all Kevlar. That was a habit he picked up while attending middle school in Iraq. Ha ha! I'm a white privileged North American male. Bazing.